Right.
What's up, UCLA? Today is the 6th-year anniversary of the first shackled and hooded prisoner brought to Guantanamo Bay. This was the opening up of a U.S. military detention center on purpose outside of U.S. law and outside of international law. Under the Bush administration, over 800 people have been hooded and deported and shackled and held in Guantanamo in inhuman conditions for years, without lawyers, without charges. They've been tortured. They have been tortured in our names. All this is happening now. Today is the 6th-year anniversary, and we're out here. We're wearing orange, the color of the Guantanamo detainees, and we're calling on people here at UCLA and across the country to step up and put a stop to the torture, to shut down Guantanamo, and to drive out the Bush regime, the criminals in the White House. What is this generation going to stand for? When your government is dragging people into detention centers, Abu Ghraib, Bagram Prison, and Guantanamo, CIA black sites, they just released tapes. It just came out how the CIA has hundreds of hours of tapes of torture conducted against detainees. Waterboarding, something that the U.S. helped prosecute the Japanese for in World War II, because waterboarding is torture and it's a war crime and it's a crime against humanity. So the CIA taped hundreds of hours of torture, of interrogations, and of waterboarding conducted by the CIA. This was known about by George Bush. This was known about by Donald Rumsfeld. This was known about by Alberto Gonzales. And this is being covered up by Michael Mukasey, the new Attorney General. This was known about by Nancy Pelosi and Jane Harman, the Democratic Party, the so-called opposition. Both parties in this country, the whole rulership in this country has come together behind torture. And if it's going to stop, it's going to be on people in this country to step up and shine a light on what's happening to human beings right now in our names in Guantanamo Bay. If you don't want to live in a torture state, step up and join with the world can't wait to drive out the Bush regime. Wear orange today and every day. Spread your opposition. If you're against torture and you don't show it, it doesn't count. But if everybody who hates what's happening right now shows it, if you wear orange, if you spread orange, then this will start to change things. Today you have a chance. We just had a demonstration of waterboarding. These young people who very courageously reenacted what people have to go through every day. We're going to do it again at 12:50 when the class is let out, when there's a crowd here. Join with us in spreading the word. Sign up with the World Can't Wait. Hook up with the people who are organizing on this campus, because the future will be decided by what young people do. Every generation leaves its mark on the world. Are we going to be remembered as the people who sat back as torture was legalized, as New Orleans was abandoned and the whole place was ethnically, racially cleansed, as immigrants are being rounded up and massive detention centers are being built, as a police state is coming to America, and as the U.S. is neck deep in brutal and bloody wars of occupation in Iraq, Afghanistan, and preparing a new war against Iran? Is this going to be our legacy? Is this what this generation will be remembered for? Or are we going to step up and say we cannot stand for this? We will sacrifice, we will protest, we will rise up, and we will drive out this regime. We will put an end to torture. We will put an end to the raids of immigrants. We will put an end to the moves towards theocracy, the attacks on science and women's reproductive rights. We'll put an end to the spate of nooses and racist terror that's sprung up across the country in the wake of the Gina protests. This is on us. Every generation puts its mark on the world, and we have a chance to do something that all of humanity needs from us. To put a stop to the Bush regime and its whole program, to put a stop to the wars, to put a stop to the torture. But I'll tell you something. It's going to take more than the 2008 elections, because Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, John Edwards, none of them are coming out and fighting to shut down Guantanamo. None of them are putting it on their party platform and their candidacy that we're going to remove all the troops right now from Iraq. None of them are going to repeal George Bush's massive dragnet spying and Patriot Act. All of them have been complicit with this program of fascist remakeover of the United States and of wars of aggression. If there's going to be change, it's going to be from young people, from people across this country who are disgusted, who are heartsick, who are fed up, and it's time for us to find our voices. It's time for us to step up, because all of this is being determined now, and we have the power if we dare to step up and protest and challenge our friends. And go out there and tell them you can't sit on the sidelines. You can't be neutral. When your government is torturing people, if you do nothing, then you are complicit. So we have a chance, and that's what we're out here today with. World Can't Wait. Sign up, get involved, stick around. We're going to do another waterboarding reenactment, another vivid portrayal of what is happening today and every day in Guantanamo in our names. Last night, World Can't Wait did a program, and I want to tell you that the conditions in Guantanamo Bay, today on this 6th-year anniversary, the conditions in Guantanamo Bay are so bad that prisoners have gone on hunger strike. They've been tortured. They have been beaten. They have been held without charges or lawyers. And they went on a hunger strike for days and days. And then the U.S. brought in their medical professionals to force feed them. We had a lawyer describe to us last night what this entailed. How they had tubes, they were strapped to boards, the prisoners, they had tubes inserted down their noses that tore up their esophagus, tore up their stomachs, and they were being force-fed, and when this process was over, these tubes were yanked out of their throats, and it was covered with bile and phlegm and blood, and then taken and put in the next prisoner's throat. It was not cleaned. It was not cleaned. There was no sanitary procedures done. All the germs and the bile from one prisoner was inserted into the next prisoner. This form of force feeding to break their hunger strike itself is a form of torture. This is what's being done right now in Guantanamo Bay. There are prisoners who are force-fed this way for 200 days consecutively. There are children as young as 14 years old who've been held in Guantanamo Bay. This is a crime. This is a crime against humanity, and it is on us, the people living in this country, in whose names these crimes are being committed, to step up and put a stop to this.
Controlled drowning. We're talking about controlled death. They're gonna pour water down this guy's throat until he's gagging, until he's gasping for breath. As he reacts involuntarily to the feeling of drowning, his body may very well shut down. It brings people to the verge of death. People have died from waterboarding.
Just cooperate, all right? It'll be real easy. You're gonna save a lot of lives.
I didn't do anything. I don't know anything. You're gonna tell us exactly what we need to know.
To Abu Ghraib, to the prison at Guantanamo, to places we don't even know about. Waterboarding, torture,
Get him up on it.
extraordinary rendition is being carried out by our government. This is happening all over the world.
Where's
It's
Kamrava?
being done in the name of freedom,
Who
in
is
the
he
name
with?
of democracy. And we want you to
emailed him.
You emailed him.
What
Yes,
you
you
think
did.
about it.
Last time, what were you doing in Cairo? And where is he?
Student. I don't know.
Where's Kamrava?
I don't know.
You don't want to lie to military intelligence. No, you don't. Just cooperate, buddy.
You decide for yourself. Is this torture?
You ready to talk to us now? Where's he gonna be, huh? So do you know him? Where is he?
What? Do it again.
Come on, man.
You want some more?
That's what we want.
Why do you hate our freedoms? Okay, how did that feel? Nice, huh?
I'll tell you whatever you want.
Okay,
I'll tell you whatever you want.
Where is he?
Where do you want to be?
Right now, are you going to stand against this torture?
Say I did 9/11. Did you do 9/11? Yeah.